Most traders lose money trading double tops and double bottoms. It's not because the pattern doesn't work, it's just because they're not trading it. In this video, I'm going to show you why these setups fail and what we can do to better identify them and trade them for more profitability. All right, so in this video, we're talking about double tops and double bottom patterns, okay? And this is going to be a basic understanding of what the patterns are. And then after this video, you can go in and start back testing them and seeing if they actually work. So the learning objectives for this video is number one, understand what double tops and double bottoms are. Number two, how to identify the double tops and double bottoms. And then number three, how to properly trade double tops and double bottoms. So this is going to be the double top right here. And then this is going to be the double bottom. So let's start off with understanding this pattern. So on the top, we have a double top is a classic bearish reversal pattern. It's usually going to show up after an uptrend in the market, and it's going to signal that buyers are losing control and a potential trend reversal to the downside may be coming. So this is what it looks like here. So we have this uptrend with one top, comes back down, and then comes back up to about an equal height of that first top. And then usually it's going to come down. The key to this is that it's going to show up after an uptrend. Okay, so you're not going to be looking for double tops after a downtrend. And then it's quite the opposite for a double bottom. So a double bottom is the bullish reversal counterpart to the double top. It usually appears after a downtrend and signals that selling pressure is weakening and price may reverse to the upside. So just the opposite, we have downward movement. Our first bottom forms, comes up, creates this neckline, and then the second bottom forms, and then we continue, we reverse with the upside. All right, moving on to understanding this pattern. So what it looks like here. So for a double top, the price is going to rally up and hit a high point. Okay, and that's what the first top is going to be. What that looks like is the price is going to come on up. It's going to keep traveling up, and it's going to hit a high. Okay, and what that looks like is it's going to stop going up. It's going to come back down. It's going to pull back to a temporary support area called the neckline. So that's what this pullback is, pulling back. And then it creates a support right there, which is what's called the neckline. It's then going to rally again, but fails to break above the previous high and form a second top. So it's going to come back up, and it's not going to break above this high. It can, but if it doesn't, it's going to increase your odds of a winning trade, okay? And now you don't want it to, if you are trading it going above the previous high, you don't want it to be all the way up here, right? You want it to be about as equal as it can be. So it's going to rally up, hit this first high, and then it's going to continue down and break below this neckline right here, okay? The neckline break is the key for confirmation, okay? So that's like a confirmation that the pattern is successful is when it price breaks below this neck. So a double bottom is, again, the opposite. So these patterns are just opposite, right? Price is in a downtrend. It's going to come down. It's going to hit a support level. It's going to bounce, come up, create a resistance for the neckline. It's going to come down to about equal lows of that first bottom. And then it's going to come up and break that neckline right here, okay? So that's first bottom and the second bottom right here, and then neckline right here. Again, the neckline break is that confirmation. So key notes for understanding this pattern is we should only look for double tops at key resistant levels. Okay, this is critical. We should only look for double tops at key resistance levels. And then for double bottoms, we should only want to look for double bottoms at key support levels. Okay, so we want to look for the resistance or support level on a higher time frame. If I look at the 4-hour and I see a support or a resistance, I'm going to jump down to the 30-minute or 15-minute time frame, and I'm going to look for a double bottom to be formed on there. Okay, that is critical. We're not looking for a double bottom or a double top formed on the same time frame we drew the support or resistance. Fake out should be taken seriously. Two types of entries for these patterns, okay? So the first entry is going to be at the top of the second peak or bottom of the second peak for double bottom. And then the second entry is going to be a retest of the neckline. And we're going to talk about these entry reasons later. A big reason why people fail is because they don't follow these key notes right here. If you follow these, your win rate is going to go, it's going to increase drastically. So pattern identification at a basic level. Okay. So if you watch my support and resistance video that I'll be making in the future, then you're going to understand why we use line charts at a basic level. So we want to look for a double top or a double bottom on the line chart. Okay, this is how we're going to easily identify the pattern. Once we do that, we can then jump down to a candlestick pattern. So we use a line chart to initially identify double top, double bottom. We'll circle it, highlight it, and then we'll jump onto the candlestick time frame, and then it's going to show us what this looks like on a candlestick chart. Okay. But if you're already familiar with identifying patterns and reading candlestick charts, you can skip the whole line chart. Okay. You can just go straight into the candlestick patterns, the candlestick chart. Now, how to properly trade it. So again, we identify a higher time frame support or resistance. Okay. Check in the box right here. We've identified a resistance level on the higher time frame right here. We've highlighted it, we've labeled it. We're going to draw the box at that level. Now we have to wait for price to come back up into that box on the lower time frame. So let's just call this the 4-hour time frame that we drew this box at. Now we're going to jump to the 30-minute, wait for price to come back up, and then we identify a double top being formed right here. Now we have to identify and decide what kind of entry reason we're taking. Are we taking the trade at the second top, or are we waiting for the neckline to break? Once we make that decision, we can then identify take profits and stop losses. I'm going to give an example of what this is going to look like. So on silver, on the 4-hour time frame, we have a nice support level right here. So we draw the box, all right? Price comes down into the box, and we're going to jump to the lower time frame and identify an entry reason, right? So we're looking for a reason to enter in that support level. We have the box drawn up. This is that 4-hour support level, and what we're looking for here is a double bottom. All right. So price comes down, and it forms the first low right here. It comes on up. And then it forms that second low right here with an engulfing candle, and then starts to make its way up in trend, right? So it starts to reverse. We had this double bottom, and then it started to reverse, right? So that's sort of like a real-life example. Now, I'm not going to sit here and do 30 minutes of back testing with you. What I want you to do is I want you to go and back test on your own so you can gain trust and confidence in a setup like this. All right. So if you enjoyed this crash course of double tops and double bottoms, this was just a crash course, not meant to go super in depth. Like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading a bunch more videos in the future regarding high probability trade setups, more in-depth trade setups, support and resistance, ton of things for beginners and advanced traders that I'm sure you could benefit from. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.